Okay, here's the message on the dash that I've been getting for the last week, and there are no codes that show up on my scan tool. I used a higher level scan tool, and it shows that there was a coolant fan issue. I'm going to try to fix this with one part using one tool. We'll see how it goes. Here's the one part. I took this off my parts vehicle. This is the fan assembly, and I think we can change it with just a flat blade screwdriver. We'll try it. Here is the flat blade screwdriver I'm going to use. My snap-on screwdriver, but I think anyone will work. So first going to take this hose clamp off right here. And I'm going to take this air box off. This is, you got to be careful with these tabs because they get stuck in the rubber that holds, the rubber grommet that holds it in. We're going to take this air box out so we can get to the connector. I don't think you could sneak this fan out without taking it off. I'm just taking this off for easier access. Okay, I release that tab by pulling this tab towards this way. And then I should be able to squeeze this and pull the connector off. Mass airflow sensor, that disconnects that electrically from there. And now, hopefully, I can get this up and out of the way. First thing we're going to do, well, technically the second thing, is release these locks and pull the connectors off the ECM very gentle like. So this one comes off here. This one come off on the bottom gently. Don't break this cam lock because this is the critical mass part. Should probably disconnect the battery first. Alright, those are out. Now, hopefully I can just slide that up. Alright, I slid it up and off without breaking any of those three tabs that break sometimes. Now I can gain access to the fan. There's a connector here we're going to release. It's tough to do this with one hand as usual, but there's a tab that you squeeze and this should wiggle up. I'm going to put this down so I can hold it and I'll show you. Right, this one connector has one tab that you have to squeeze, and squeeze the release tab and pull up on it. It plugs into that box right there. So squeeze and pull. That's out. Second part we need the screwdriver for is releasing the locks for the radiator fan. In here, there is a lock holding the upper tab that you have to pry in such a way so you can get the fan to come upwards. That's all that holds it in. So I will pry on both of those and that fan should slide right out. Tabs are released, and now the fan, after getting those wires out of the way, comes right up and out. Okay, the potential bad fan is there, and the replacement fan, or we're going to try this one, is there. So now I can slide that in and reverse step it. Putting the replacement in, just make sure that those bottom tabs fit in the slots that are down on the radiator. It's tough to see, but there's, you know, uppers and lowers. The upper has the lock in it. The lower just grabs it so it doesn't fly all over the place. Okay, I got the fan locked into place. That's not going anywhere. Top and bottom is in where it belongs. Gotta make sure these hoses stay out of the way. This one going, this vacuum line going forward, that clips back in the radiator shroud. Clip that in place. Make sure that's out of the way so it doesn't get pinched. Then we can continue on with Well, we can do it right now. One connection right here. Make sure that the connector lines up. Plugged in place, it is connected. Now we'll slide that air box back in, reconnect the hose and tighten the hose clamp, and then we'll see if it shut the light off. Alright, mass airflow sensor connector. I tightened the hose clamp here. Mass airflow sensor connector is plugged back in, and I push the lock to hold it. The ECM, when you plug that connector in, get it lined up, it draws itself in with this cam lever. Do that on both gently. Make sure it lines up. You do not want to bend any of the pins for the ECM. That'll cause you big problems. So essentially, fan is in, everything's reconnected. Put the cover back on, and then we can see if that code comes back. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Wow, we may have fixed it. Should turn on the AC, make sure that the fan comes on. Let's try it. Alright, the fan is working and no more messages. So essentially, we fixed this car with a screwdriver and one part. And it literally took me less than 15 minutes. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.